Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over everything that I got at LegionsCon 2023.
If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing.
So I picked up a bunch of stuff at LegionsCon this year, and it was my first year. I didn't know what to expect. I had a blast. I'm working on more of a longer form video that kind of shows everything that I saw. It does a bunch of walkthroughs. We hit all the tables. That's coming. Just give me some time. I am going to be off a lot this week, it being Thanksgiving, and I'm pretty thankful that I got to go to LegionsCon. So I think it's a really good time to put that video out there, and I'm going to later this week. Just give me a minute and let me get that finished up. But I did get a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So the first thing on the list that I got was I was able to pre-order this Cabal hoodie. It's got a big Cabal logo on the back. I pre-ordered it a couple weeks before the convention, and I picked it up there, and it's nice and warm. It's super good quality, and I love it. And thanks to the Cabal, to Walter Hagen and Wolf King Customs, I think may have helped get the shirts and things ready. If I'm mistaken, then please forgive me. And then one other thing I did want to show off was my LegionsCon badge. You did get this really cool badge here. It says LegionsCon attendee, had the date. You also got this really boss lanyard that's orange and blue, and it's got a Four Horsemen logo on it. And I even picked up a couple of pins. I got the Monkey King set, which was really cool, and the Mask of the Red Death, because those are my two favorite Figura Obscura releases so far. So let's get over to the review space and take a closer look at all the stuff that I picked up. All right, we're going to start off with this really awesome custom printed dwarf head. I am so sorry that I forgot who I picked this up from, but this is going to be a custom that I'm going to paint up myself because I love hooded dwarves. My favorite D&D character I've ever created is a hooded dwarf, so I'm going to be making my own custom D&D dwarf Grim Fellquiver. And this is the head I'm going to be using for that custom. The next thing I picked up was this ogre scale ogre head. I just love the way this looks. It's very Warhammer-ish. Warcraft-ish. Sorry, it's very Warcraft-ish. I love it. I love the hair, the teeth, the band on the teeth, the little ring on the teeth, the scar across the face. I'm going to use this for my my Reinforcements Wave 2 ogre that came out because I'm just not digging that cycloptic head sculpt on that one particular release. I love him on Archimedes, but not this guy. This one came from the Forge. I'm a huge Beowulf fan, and I love this head sculpt. It very much looks like a Beowulf-style warrior with his helmet on, the hair poking out the back. This is going to be another custom that I can't wait to paint, and I'll do a follow-up video and show off how all these painted head sculpts come out, and I'll link back to this one so you can see the before. But yeah, this is a project I can't wait to get started on. Next up, I got this really awesome beard attachment. Now, it was printed by a company called Mythic Bits. I forgot the gentleman's name that I bought this from, but he was very gracious to give me his painted one. And if you have a Mythic Legions bearded dwarf head like this, it just clips right on the front, covers up that beard, and looks like their beard is poking out the bottom of the helmet. And I just thought this was the coolest damn thing that I had seen in a while. It clips on so nice. It's not going to fall off. This was already painted. And again, I apologize for not remembering who I got this from. You'll be able to see in my walkthrough video because I took a lot of video of this in action, but I had to pick this up. It's just too boss not to get. And then probably the best thing that I picked up was this beautiful head sculpt from Emil Wickman, who is the de facto, like, the best Mythic Legions customizer on the planet. The guy's from Sweden. He is a beautiful, beautiful person. I got to spend a lot of time over the weekend with him, and this head is incredible, and I cannot believe I actually own an original Emil Wickman head sculpt. Here's a pic of me and Emil when I bought it from him. I wanted to get a quick picture of him holding it. It's so awesome, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful person, and one I'm glad to be able to stay in touch with. But yeah, I just had to get something from him. I couldn't afford any of his custom figures. They're too beautiful. They're amazing. But I was lucky enough to get this head, and I'm so happy I got one. I got to meet the awesome Chris Garrich over at the Biblical's Adventures table. I talked to him about possibly doing a figure review, and he tossed me this guy and said, here, review this guy, and let me know what you think. So stay tuned to the channel. This was a con exclusive video review coming soon. Now let's get into the figures that I picked up from the Four Horsemen table themselves. I did pick up this leather hand and boot pack, which looks like all the stuff that came with Dubon, but I need this for some other figures. So this was one of my first pickups. This thing was really cool. Glad to have this in my collection. Next up, I got this really awesome dwarf weapons pack that I've never seen before. I love the beautiful colors here, the teal, the orange. I just think the bronzy color looks great. I do have a version of the shield already, but there's a couple of swords and a hammer here that I don't have already, so that's really going to be awesome to add to my collection. For anybody who's visited before, you know the way that they do this is they've got their regular figures for sale, but every once in a while, if you're in the right spot at the right time, they will put out some older figures for regular price. And yes, I was able to get Ragnus Stormforger here for the regular price of like $40. It was incredible. I happened to be there. They opened a brand fresh new crate of these figures and put them right out. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll definitely take one of them. I also picked up Lord Bardrick at the Four Horsemen table. This is a figure that I've been waiting for at regular price for a while. This guy just looks incredible. It's one I haven't had in my collection, and I'm glad to finally have him. So that was a really good pickup. Also happened to be at the right place at the right time and was able to get a Baron Voligar 1.0 figure. Again, something I do not have in my collection, and just happened to be there at the right time they put him out and snagged him up. So now I have both the 1.0 and the 2.0 version of this character, and I'm super happy to add him to the leagues of my vampires. Another in the right place at the right time, Artemis Silvercord. I believe this is the second version of her. I do not have either one, so I was really happy to pick her up and add her to the ranks of my my Elven warriors. She just looks really cool. I'm glad to finally have her in the old collection here. Lots of new parts and pieces here that I don't have, so I can't wait to check her out and see what she's like. And we have the Shadow Elf Warrior here. Another, this was one of those they just happened to put out. I happened to be there at the right time. They put this out. I have no idea the figures that I missed. But I'm really glad to have this one in my collection. I love the Dark Elves, and I don't have enough of them. And this guy kind of blew me away. He was really the find of the weekend. Happened to be in the right place at the right time. And yep, picked Lord Bromden up for retail. This guy was $40. I mean, he's quite expensive on the secondary market. I could not believe when they put him out. I was stoked and definitely wanted to pick this guy up. I absolutely love the dwarves, and I'm really glad that my dwarves now have a king. And here's a big guy that I was really happy to find at regular retail price. I love my vampires, and Decibalus was somebody that I've been looking for a while. I was kind of standoffish with the bigger figures because I knew I was going to have to ship all this stuff home, but I'm really, really glad I picked this guy up. And I even have a custom head that just arrived today from a Cabal member that I think may work great on this guy. And here is the Mythic Legions Deluxe Orc Builder deluxe set. This is a set that I've been looking for quite a while, and I was able to get this guy at a really good price. I've been trying to catch it for under $100. I picked this up for $75, and I was super happy to do so because, like I said, this is one that I've been wanting for a while. I know this isn't the Forge version or whatever because it doesn't come with that extra helmet, but I actually already have that helmet, so this set is complete for me. And then one that I was definitely looking forward to picking up was the Mythic LegionsCon exclusive from last year, the Furious 4 pack. And I was able to pick this up for like $80. The guy wanted cash for it, and I happened to, have cash on me, and he cut me a deal because he was able to do it with cash. And so, I've never had this this pack before, and now I'm really glad. I was hoping to get him even in the single pack, but now I got him in the 5-pack, and this is a 5-pack because it does come with that extra bonus head, and you get to make a 5th figure out of that. But I didn't leave out the cosmics at all. I did pick up this Oleg Thygar, the shirtless version, the Grave Ring version. They did have a massive statue, which you can see right here, of this guy in the lobby, and I think I kept seeing him all weekend long going in, and having reviewed the other Oleg before we left for LegionsCon, this guy was just tops on my list. I saw him and I was like, you know what, I'm definitely picking him up and adding him to the collection. And they did have out the newest wave of Cosmic Legions, and so I picked up Sligor Riz, because this is definitely a guy from the second wave, or the 1.5 wave, that I definitely wanted to pick up, and I can't wait to get this guy opened up. He is a deluxe figure. You can make 4, 5, 6 different versions of this guy with everything he comes with, and I can't wait to get him cracked open and do a review of this guy. I was really hoping to find the PowerCon exclusives, but they were really exclusive to PowerCon until the regular versions come out next year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Like I said, we're going to be doing a long form review of all the stuff that I saw my whole LegionsCon experience, so hang in there. That's coming this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisle.